Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my stream. I haven't been here for ages, so if no one actually knows who I am, then I am IsIT, and I have done in the past some reviews. um, they were really good. Unfortunately, due to the way things are, I had to stop doing them for a while, and other things happened. And anyway, I'm back now, and I've decided to kick things off with doing some live streams because, well, they're easier to record because I don't have to actually put any work into editing them, and also I can just see if I can actually still do it, which I'm pretty sure I can. In actual fact, this isn't the first time I've been streaming this game. I did it a while back on Twitch, but we all know how crap Twitch is, so I decided to not bother. Anyway, now, I understand that there's nobody in right now, which is fine. This is more of a test stream, I think, more than an attempt at getting thousands of listeners, because that's not going to happen, obviously. So it's likely you're listening to this on video on demand, which is absolutely fine. In which case, thank you for coming along and listening, having a look. Hopefully you'll kind of like what you hear, because I'll try and do a few more of these live streams over the next few weeks. I can't guarantee they'll be every week or every other week, so I don't know yet. And obviously, I've got no idea what games we'll be playing, but we'll just see how it goes. But today we are going to play Valheim. Now, personally, I absolutely love this game. It's one of those games that when I first found it, that was it. I was hooked for far too long, and essentially, as with any game, you do eventually start to get, I wouldn't say bored of the game. Bored's not the right word. I just found other things to be getting on with, and as you can imagine, the things fell by the wayside. I never actually completed the game. I think I got to somewhere I think I got to the third boss, if I remember rightly, and I left it at that for then. But of course, I was fully aware of the DLC that was coming out, which is now out. And I have deliberately stopped myself from just playing it or even reading up about it, so I could maybe do a live stream, which is what's happening today. So I have absolutely no idea about what to expect in the DLC. I'm hoping it'll be, pretty good. I know a couple of tiny bits about it, purely because when I first heard that it was coming out, of course, I still followed it at that point. So I do know there's a couple of extra bits. And I also know that there's not a massive amount added to the game. So what we can consider this live stream to be, I think, is a kind of a review, I think. Let's call it like an ongoing review. And at the end of today's live stream, I will give it an is it yes or no? Because why not? So let's crack on. Now, what I have done, as the more astute among you may have noticed by the graphics, is I have installed a couple of mods. Now, the mods are more for like fidelity reasons rather than anything else. I like the aesthetic of the original game. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. I just thought it might be nice to play with some high definition textures just to give it a little bit more visual fidelity on a live stream. I am fully aware of YouTube's slightly aggressive compression system, so I do apologize if the game doesn't look as good as it should do. I have tried my hardest to get it to look reasonably good, but it's one of those games, especially with all the grass and foliage, that just it's not unless you've got like a dedicated streamer hardware streamer card, like I haven't got right now because I didn't think I'd need one yet. We'll have to see, but I have made it as good as possible. Nighttime is terrible, so I'll try not to move around too much if I can help it. But anyway, let's crack on. So as you can see, we have IsIT land, because why not? And the seed is it? This should be interesting. I have one last confession. The character I am going to be using is my existing character, and the reason for that is because I just cannot be bothered to go through the entire process of learning every single skill. He hasn't learned every skill yet. He's got up to, where did he get up to now? I think he got to black. Is it black iron or something? I forget what it's called now. And I haven't quite got as far as smelting that yet. So I've got iron, I believe. It's been a while since I played it, so I can't remember exactly. However, He has got some basic resources on him, I believe. So he's got some more advanced food. He's got advanced weaponry and armor, and that's pretty much it. A lot of the stuff that was on this character is stored in chests in the other world that I play, which is the Land's Edge world. So I'm not going to go back there and nick everything, because that'd be just cheating, and I'm trying to not cheat too much. But this will avoid all the boring rubbish at the beginning when you try to learn how to make an axe out of wood, because that's just really dull. So let's have a look and see what this world looks like, shall we? Because I have no idea. There's a couple more mods I've added purely for quality of life, if you like. I put a recycle bin in my inventory because that just got really tiresome. What else do I have? I've added a clock. I need the clock. The clock just makes sense to me. I like having a clock on the screen. And I think there's some graphical enhancements just to try and make it look better for like streaming purposes, I think, as well. So yeah, we'll see how it gets on. So let's see how it goes. In the meantime, if you are listening or watching, thank you very much for coming along. Like I say, I have no idea who you are, but thank you anyway. If you want to see more of what I do, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I am a very new channel, as you can tell. I have done, as I said, I've got reviews done in the past, which, like I say, they were my first review, so I'm sure I can do better now. I've improved my technique. Anyway, here we are. Well, it's a bit dark. And as you can see, all the chains are empty, so I haven't got any of the boss benefits, which is a real shame. I have got some food, which is interesting. So I ate some food on my last game, and that obviously seems to have carried on to the next one. I have a massive toolbar there, and I don't know what it's for, actually. That's interesting. Not quite sure what that's doing there. I believe that's on one of the mods that I have, but that's interesting. I have some of the items from. Oh, one button. Yes. Oh, here we go. So I have the wishbone and I have the mesenjord, which gives me the strength, which is useful. I have wolf and iron armors. That's good. Got some food. Got a bit of gold. Got some deer meat. Not specifically very exciting. So the most important thing is my weapons, which I need to actually. I've got a silver sword. I see. Okay. I need to get these built. Right, so I would suggest the first course of action today would be to get something built. Okay, so let's go and find ourselves somewhere to live. So, as you can see, I have literally no idea about anything. No idea where I'm going. So let's have a look. What's the picture like on the screen? Nah, that's not too bad. That's not my stream. That's OBS. That's not good. Let's have a look and see what my stream looks like. Bearing in mind this is night time, that's not too bad actually, is it? It's not. It's a bit of a blurry mess because, let's face it, it always is. However, that'll do. Oh, raspberries. Let's grab some raspberries. Lovely. Okay, so where to build our first base? I really wish they had introduced some sort of horses into the game. I mean, as far as I am aware, they haven't. I don't know for certain because like I say, I've never read anything about this, but it would have been nice. I would like to find some water because I guess this hasn't changed, has it? No, I didn't think so. That's the same text. Actually, yeah, before I start going on about the game, if you haven't played this game before or you've never seen it and you wandered onto this channel and you wanted to know what this is all about, I will give you a brief rundown so you know what we're talking about. So Valheim is a game about being in the undead, your underworld. You are a undead warrior. You've been killed and you are currently trapped in Valheim, which is one of the Norse underworld. You got I actually can't remember them all now. It's been I did know all of them. However, the idea is that you've been asked by Odin, one of the gods, to basically sort this world out because it's a bit screwed up. You have lots of bad people to get rid of, and ultimately you are to kill all the bosses in the game so you can travel to the other part, which I've forgotten already. What's it called? Oh my word. Val. I hate when I can't remember things. Anyway, that place, the place where all the Norse people go to live. Right, now, is the stream working? Because I noticed that I'm being played back on low quality, which I don't want that. Let's have a look and see. Where's my streaming tool? Have I dropped any frames? Yes, I have. That's not good. Why am I dropping frames? Apologies, folks. I did not know I was dropping frames. I thought I'd sorted this out before I started streaming, actually. Is it still dropping stream frames now, is it? Have a look. Bit of a delay, which is never a good sign. Yeah, it does seem to be dropping some frames. Okay, let me see if I can do something about that. Right. Okay, so it doesn't look too bad at the moment. I think we'll be good with that. See the wonders of live broadcasting. It's surprising actually how. I mean, okay, I have I don't know if you can see from there or not, but there's a lot of grass in the game. I have increased the foliage quite a lot. It's possible that I've pushed it a bit too far actually, but I did test stream it and I didn't have any problems before. So I don't know why I'm having some problems now, but let me just check and see that YouTube itself is happy with my stream. See if it's going to complain at me. Oh, not that it's actually showing me. Oh, here we are. The audio stream's bitrate 0 is lower than the recommended bitrate. That's weird. Why is it showing that I've got no sound? I'm presuming I've got sound. Oh, interesting. I did notice actually that the sound wasn't turned on for the game, so you've been hearing me talking only. There you go, I've got the sound back on now. Well, I know it sounds fine because I was listening to myself, so I'll ignore that. Okay, anyway, everything else looks fine, so let's crack on, I think. Anyway, everything else looks fine, so yeah, I think we're all good. Cool. Anyway, thank you for your patience there. Obviously, I'll cut that bit out the actual VOD because nobody wants to hear that. Anyway, we have found some water, which is what we want. So, what we got then? Actually, I'll just turn off the preview because we don't need to see that on OBS because that can take up some precious processing power. Cool. Right. So, what we got then? We want to build, I reckon, because I've got no idea where everything is. I'm going to assume that there's land somewhere. So what we're going to do, we're going to start building a nice little house around here. I think we'll use this area as like a what do you call it? like a docking area for my boats, I suppose. Right, well, let's get on then, shall we? So let's find a flatter sort of area first. In fact, do I want to go up a bit first? Is there like a slightly uphill area? Let's have a look for that. Yeah, this looks better. Here we are. Look, let's. In fact, this looks perfect over here. Let's see. So what we'll do, we'll build. Let's build sort of here-ish, I think. Nice. Okay, do I have any wood? That's the first. Oh, not much. Oh, I've got 50. There we go. So what I'll do is we'll build a nice basic little house first of all, I think. Let's eat what we've got. What can I eat? Let's have some... How many of these have I got left? I've only got 2 jams left. Oh, that's different. So yeah, that's definitely different. So when it came to food, it actually has got different values, I've noticed now. So sausages are only worth 11 stamina now. So's the jam. In fact, there's not much worth much health actually, apart from the sausages. So sausages are worth health, and these are worth. Well, in that case, then I'll just eat them anyway for the time being because I need the stamina, obviously. Right, let's build something. So, first things first, we need a crafting station. So we'll just dump that over here, and then we shall start building a building. That I don't know what that is. There's a couple of mods I've added, and I'm not sure what half of them are for. Cage, that's quite interesting. Yeah, let's just build a wooden house for now, though. But let's grab some flooring. So I think what we'll do is... I wonder if I should have done it a bit higher up. Actually, I can't even see it. Okay, where's my hoe? So you can use the hoe to flatten the ground, basically. You can level it to a certain point. So let's do it in the middle, shall we? So we'll do it from here. And as long as you keep those circles in the same place you want to actually level it, it should level it on that level. Very handy for digging through, like you can see there, it's digging through the rock. It does take stamina, unfortunately. Wait for that to come back a little bit. There. There's nice flat areas to begin with. Not quite sure what I did there. Oh, must be some tree or something, or log. Actually, speaking of logs, let's get rid of this one. Actually, as I recall, I can simply repair stuff, can't I? Oh, I've got to build a thing around that first, haven't I? I'll do that in a minute. That's fine. Let's finish off doing this. Yeah, that'll do for now. Okay, so let us build some flooring. Quite funny. I haven't played this for it must be 6 months at least, I think, by now, and it's already come back to me quite quickly. It's quite funny. One of those games that you just don't forget. The funny thing is, I mean, I'm not actually a survival game person myself. I quite like, well, like a lot of different games. I'm not too fussy. I do like a good JRPG. I've just finished Tales of Arise, which was, if I was to give it an IsIT review, which I haven't done, I would say yes, but it's not perfect. It's one of those games that has a few faults. It's a bit repetitive, I would suggest, in the combat. Blocked. Was that by me, is it? Idiot. There. So it's not like the best game I've ever played. I mean, when it comes to JRPGs, what would I consider to be the best so far? I have got a soft spot for the Trials series, especially the Trials of Cold Steel series that we've just had. Again, it's very JRPG. You know, if you don't like that sort of game, you're going to absolutely detest this one. However, the sheer amount of gameplay there is just staggering. I like the combat system. I actually prefer turn-based a lot more than action-based, mainly because I think you have more tactics available to you. I think especially with Tales of Arise, once you understand how the mechanics of the game work, you can basically just cheese it. And cheesing a game, to me, it's not fun. You know what I mean? It's not fun in terms of playing it for a long time. I mean, I like storylines. Storylines to me are very important in JRPGs because otherwise, what's the point? I'll tell you what I did like, actually, which I didn't think I would, is Yakuza Like a Dragon. That was an epic game. Absolutely superb. I like the Yakuza series. The combat is very rough and ready in Yakuza. As I'm sure if anyone's played it, you know, it gets better and better, and there's more to do. I haven't played the Judgment games yet because, well, you can't yet on PC. I will do as soon as they come out. I did appreciate the English dubbing on Like a Dragon. I thought it was really well done, actually. English dubbing on those sort of games tends to be a little bit hit and miss. However, no, I couldn't fault it. It was actually really good. But there was so much to do in that game. It was like, God, this could go on forever. And I think that's the best sort of game. When you have a game that you don't want it to stop, that's when you know you've got a good one. But with Valheim, yeah, certainly wasn't the sort of game I was expecting to be a fan of. I mean, I've played other survival games, but I never really got on with them. Not really my thing, it has to be said. But definitely Valheim, no problem at all. One of my all-time favourite games, I think. I think it's because it's just quite simple. There's nothing complicated about the game. You know exactly where you are with it. You know what I mean? It's not like you have to learn ridiculously complicated ways of doing things. It's just built, you know, cut down a tree, build something. That's it. That's literally it. The boss fights, yeah, the boss fights are the ones I've done pretty good. I remember when I did the swamp, I forget, Bone Mire. Is that Bone Mire? Bone somebody. Anyway, I won't ruin it for anybody who's not watched it, because no doubt one day, if I still do these streams, we'll get to destroy it. However, one of the most frustrating fights of all time, until I realised I was using the wrong weapon, because in this game, weapons matter. Certain weapons do different damage to different types of creature. Not so much with the smaller ones, but definitely with the bosses, because I basically kept using a sword, and the sword was doing absolutely nothing, and I could not understand what was going on until I realised what was going on. And then, of course, it was still pretty good fight. I mean, it's one of those things that when you've done it, when you've beaten it, you think, yeah, God for that. You know, you get a sense of satisfaction from it. And again, for those who don't realise or don't know, to progress in this game, you actually have got to defeat the bosses, because they actually they drop useful pieces of information, not information, like items. For example, even though I've built or made my iron armor, I can't do anything with that now because I haven't got access to iron yet. And to have access to iron, you have to access the swamps and you have to defeat now what one is it? It's the second boss, the tree, I think. And you can't do anything unless you actually kill that guy first, because you get a key, and then that key allows you to go into the tombs which have the iron bits in them. You're essentially mining bits of rusted iron from gloopy bits of who knows what they are. So I'm stuck with what I've got for the time being, and I can't. If I lose what I've got, I ain't getting any more. So that's one thing I do have to be careful of. Anyway, there's a room. So we need another layer of this so we can on top of that. I have actually. I've got a door. A door would be good, wouldn't it? I have actually installed a camera mod, I believe, which allows you to not worry about building scaffolding. You can just build whatever you want. But I can't figure out how to use it. So I may not bother actually, but we'll see how annoying things get. Let's pop a door in there anyway. But let's do it this way actually. I didn't actually mean to destroy that. Obviously, that's silly. There we go. I'll put double doors in just because it looks cool. Or not, as I have no wood. Oh, that's a steep drop. I think I'm going to need some steps. Oh, I still can't build it. Fine. It's not so bad at the moment because I'm quite hard. This guy is not going to die. One thing about this game is that the lowest level enemies, which is what you keep seeing occasionally popping up, they can't hurt me. They can keep pounding on me as much as they want, and I don't lose any life, any energy, any health even. So I can ignore that. But later on in the game, when it becomes nighttime, you certainly want to make sure you're safe and put in. You're not going to be left outside. The game's difficult. It can be brutal when it wants to be, especially the raids. If you've not seen the raid yet, yeah, they can be pretty tough. Fun though. Now, why could I build that but not build a fence? Was that less wood? Was it? Right, let's cut some more trees down. No. Again, obviously, I know no one's watching right now, which is fine. But thank you for listening and watching on repeat. If you are, hopefully I'm not too boring. I'm trying to treat this more like a radio program than an actual live stream, because it's very difficult to live stream. There's nobody there. However, if you want to get involved later on, come and I'll be streaming probably at least a few times this week, I imagine. Just to get some videos on the board, if you like. If you have any requests to games for you to play, or you just want to come and chat, please do like and subscribe so you don't miss my next stream. I'll advertise it anyway on YouTube, on Twitter, etc. So there's no excuse, basically. So I expect you to be there, and if you're not, I'll be very, very unhappy. What else can we say? Oh, that's not doing a lot. Where's it going? Over there. Physics in this game are just crazy. There is nothing more funny than having trees falling on your head. Especially when you just started off, because you don't have any armor, and that can hurt. It has to be said. Apparently, the only one thing I did accidentally read about is they've taken away the rather useful ability to level up your tree cutting skills by hitting trees. See, when you first start the game, you don't have an axe like I've got. You literally have nothing. Come here, you little swine. There you go. You have nothing, and you actually have to use either twigs on the ground. Oh, no more room. Good. Twigs on the ground, or you have to punch a tree. You literally punch the twigs. These little ones here, like these ones, not the big ones, and that knocks down the wood. And eventually, you can build a crude axe, and then you can cut down the slightly easier trees. But they've taken away the ability to level up by punching the trees, because you could level up your ability to cut down harder trees, because the beech trees you can't cut down yet. You can only cut down the birch ones. You have to have a better axe and high quality tree cutting skills to do that, which is one of the reasons why I'm not doing it, because I just can't be done to go through that yet again. I mean, it's fine for the first time because it's part of the challenge. That's good, but I wouldn't want to do it again now. That'd be really boring. There's my door. There we go. That way? No. There we go. Perfect. Right, let us build another layer. For those new to the game, it is vitally important you build a good house. It doesn't have to be one of these really ridiculous houses that you see people building. In my first game, I was actually building a castle, which you have access to building with stone later on. My castle would have been epic if I'd actually finished it. It had a dungeon, which is just awesome. These are back to front, aren't they? That's no good. Yeah, I had an underground dungeon, which you can't actually build underground in this game specifically. You have to cheat a little bit. And the idea is that essentially what happens is that you can dig a hole, but you can't dig under that hole. So if you try to dig next to that hole, it'll just dig the whole. It's like it'll dig everything out. So you can't just put like a little hollow. You just can't do it. But what you can do is you can build stone slabs on top of the hollows, and it acts like a roof. And then you can walk on that roof, and you can like build underneath it. That does work, which is really cool. And I was doing that. But yeah, as I said at the beginning of the stream, life got in the way, and I had to cease doing my streaming and my game reviews, which is a bit of a shame. But at the moment, I can do it again, I hope. Right, thatch roofs. So in Valheim, I need more wood. Basically, you need to put this, which is your workbench. You have to actually use it. You have to have a roof. Now, if you were just starting out, I wouldn't be building a house like this. I'd just be building a little tiny hut, because that's all you need. I'm just getting started now to get it all up and running. But where are we? Because I've got time, I'm just going to build one now. I need to hurry up actually, because I have noticed that my axe is about to run out. You do have to repair your items. They can't break, thankfully, because that would be a real pain. But they do have a limited lifespan before you have to repair them, which is mildly irritating. I used to have, and I haven't got it with me because it's in one of my chests in my other world, which I'll be getting it again shortly anyway. The first proper axe you get is from the first boss. You got to basically kill this deer spirit thing, and you can make a pretty good axe. Is it an axe or a pickaxe? Ooh. Oh, actually, I think it might be a pickaxe I'm thinking of. I remember now. Anyway, you kill this deer and you use its horns. I think it's a pickaxe actually, so I'm talking rubbish now. No, I think you just have to deal with the crude axe for a while until you get access to better material. It's just you need to keep those on you, because you will run out, especially when you go out in the wilderness and you're trying to find other materials to build with. You will eventually run out, and it's a right pain. Right, okay, let's on there. Right, let's put a roof up. Can't actually see what I'm doing. Too much grass. Oh yeah, I have automatically closing doors because I am extraordinarily lazy. That's a mod. It's a very good mod. You do want to keep your doors closed, to be fair, because if you don't, the creatures have a habit of coming in. They can't generally open your doors. They don't tend to do that. They just tend to try and bash their way in instead, which is highly annoying. Now, yeah, let's do it this way. Now, you might, those who haven't played this before, you can see that that's gone red and they're changing color. The reason for that is because Valheim uses a structural integrity system. So you have to make sure that everything is structurally sound and just hanging in midair. You get a certain amount of leeway. So, for example, that won't stay there for much longer. As long as, but if you put something next to it that's a little bit sturdier, it adds its strength to the next door's item. Now you can't do that indefinitely. This is about as far as you'll get it. And if I try to add any more, it will just collapse. However, because I can now add a roof, because I can join it together, he says, which doesn't seem to be working for some reason. Why can I not do that? Well, that didn't work. I may have to go up and do it, I think. Maybe I can do it from up here, perhaps, actually. Let's try that. Oh. Have I made a mistake? I have, haven't I? Well, that wasn't very clever. I do apologise. It has been a while since I played this, as I said before. I think what we need to do is put something like a structure here, if I remember rightly, actually. So what you would do in this case is you'd use these things like that. And I think by adding that one, I think it allows you to build that central piece. Once I get more wood, yes, this is the only dull bit about this game. There's a lot of wood cutting to be done. Now this, I mean, I haven't done it yet. Maybe I'll do it, possibly, if there's any interest. But you can actually open this game up to multiplayer. Forget the number of players you can have at any one time. You can have a dedicated server, which I have actually got available. Obviously, you need that, otherwise people can't join your game. It's a very simplistic system. It is literally just a server to allow other people to join in. That's literally all it's for. But it does work. Now, I've personally never actually played it with other people because I don't tend to play games with other people because I can't be bothered. However, I think in this case I can make an exception. So if there's any interest, let me know in the comments, and we can see about adding a Valheim server perhaps. Could be quite good, but not essential, obviously. But one of the benefits is that you don't actually have to help each other as such. You could just do your own thing. Or was it that one I needed? No, well, never mind. Where's my stacks? You make stacks of stuff you've picked up. Oops. Oh, it's got foggy today. I do not like fog. I get all confused where I've been. But I can't actually find the wood I just cut down. That that's not very helpful, is it? Oh, there it is. You have got the ability to add markers onto maps, thank God. This would be a very difficult game if you couldn't add your own markers. To do so, you just go onto here and just choose one of these here. Like, in fact, I should do it now actually, because otherwise I'm going to lose. It doesn't even mark your house. It will. One of the things you have to do in this game is to sleep. So you make a bed, and the idea of the bed is it acts as a spawn point. So if you die, that's where you get spawned. So eventually in the game, you will tend to have more than one building made up, so you can. You sort of jump between the two, and later on in the game you can have portals as well. As we said, it doesn't like this. I'm sure it's fine. If the stream is a bit jumpy, I do apologise. I thought I'd fix that, but it seems to be okay for the time being. But if it's too jumpy, I'll fix it at some point for the next one. I'm not quite established enough yet to have anybody running the stream for me. I'm not that famous just yet, but yeah. So if I put that there, and then we can put these cross beams on top. Oh, that one. Is it that one? Yeah. There you go. That's how you do it. This has turned out to be quite a big building, actually. I'm surprised at how big it is. I keep forgetting how big these can get. You can build stories of buildings, but not too high, unfortunately. You need ironwood, which I have got the ability to make, but I haven't got any iron, so I can't actually make it. But you need that to help with structural ability. I could actually just skip that and go straight to stone, to be honest, because I have got a pickaxe which can deal stone. But not right now. It's not important. And you can build slightly higher structures of stone. A lot of people compared this game to Minecraft when it came out. I don't quite see it. I can't see. I mean, yeah, it looks blocky, obviously, when you have the default graphics turned on, and you do build things, but it's not quite the same. I don't think at all. It's not. It's not strictly speaking like voxel graphics. Well, that's a bit ugly, isn't it? Oh well. That'll do. Right, so that is almost everything done. I need to get more wood. What I can do, though, is I'll just transfer this inside, I think. When you destroy things, you get everything back. You don't lose any items, thank God. There's too many games where if you do something like that, you'll lose half of what you've used to build it. That's just a real pain. Right, let's put this over here. Oh, did that say I'm exposed? I've still got to do that, haven't I? I think this will still be classed as indoors, though. Yeah, there you go. Cool. Right, let's repair everything first of all. There you go. Oh. Ah, right. So I can't repair things without upgrading. That's annoying. So I'm going to need to make another axe at some point. How annoying. So the flint axe is the best one to get for the time being, because the stone axe takes too long to use. There's probably, yeah, I mean, looking at this lot, there's a lot missing, I think, because I haven't got the requirements. Bit annoying I can't repair that though. That's definitely an annoyance. Fine, I got some flint, so what do I need to make that? Flint axe requires just a bit more, basically. Right, well, let's go and do that before I do anything else, otherwise it's going to be a very frustrating game. I actually have no food left again. How dull. Okay, whatever. Ooh. Now, flint is usually found in the water. There we go. Especially when you've first started playing this game, you need flint. It's like one of the most important things you can get, because you need to build all sorts of things. Oh, there's a stone. Don't need that. Oh, I also need to build a fire. You can't sleep without a fire, and fires are used for warmth and comfort and all the rest of it. So that's quite important as well. Okay, and what I'll also do is get some more wood, which I can use the remaining bits of my axe for. Hope. Oh, it's going to run out any time now. Oh, okay. That's a lot of trees. Yeah, top tip is to not bother with the stumps if you want to conserve your axe's life. Oh, there you go. It's run out. Look. Have I got enough? Yeah, I think I've just enough to do that. Oh, there's a greybeard. The greybeard? Grayling. There you go. Graylings drop certain things like resin, which you need to make torches. There you go. Exciting stuff. Right. Ooh. Let's go in here. Flint axe. Oh. Annoying. What's that? Oh, wolf fangs, yeah. Now, why? Oh, there we go. There. We'll just swap that out, so I can now cut down more trees. Okay. Right, so let's get some more trees first, and I can finish off building my house. It does take a bit longer now, unfortunately. There we go. Now, let's see if I can do it from down here. Yeah, there you go. Look. That should do it. I could fill those little gaps in, but they're not necessary. They don't. These little gaps don't count for you being exposed or anything. If you look at the top left, it actually says. Oh, can't see it, but it says shelter. So nice. So what we need now is a bed. I can't make a dragon bed yet, unfortunately. Beds are for comfort, really. The better the bed. Actually, I forget how it works now with the beds. I can't remember get what the difference is. You definitely need a bed though. It's mainly useful to skip nighttime. You just go to bed and wake up the next day. But it's also, I believe, if I remember right, you can use it to restore your health as well. I think, remember rightly. Been a while since I played it, so I can't remember exactly. Okay. You'll notice there's a little poster put under here. That's required for structural integrity, because otherwise it's floating. Oh, here's a little grayling. Bye-bye, little grayling. Nice. Right, so what we need to do now is build a fire. Now, you can just build a little fire, which is fine. However, what I like to do is build a bigger fire so I can use it for cooking purposes, because you need to cook to make meat. Because my meager supply of good stuff is eventually going to run out. In fact, as you can see, I've already run out of my jelly jam. It's unfortunate. Okay, so what we'll do let's just build a normal fire. So what I like to do is to build it indoors, and to do that you need to build a nice little chimney. One thing I might do, actually, I might do a diagonal one. I've not done a diagonal one before, just for funsies. The best way to do a chimney is to build a low area first, like so, and then you'll put it there. Let's see. And what you can do is build, get up there and do it. The thing to keep in mind is that with fires, they do produce smoke, and in this game, smoke will indeed kill you, which is unhelpful. So what you do is you literally build a chimney. I've done that wrong, haven't I? Oh well, it's not necessary to have half wooden things, because I could use a full one. Oh well. Never mind. So we need to go up top, I think. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just stand here and look above me and get rid of that one there. There you go. There's the whole fire chimney. Actually, I wonder if I can... Wait, that's fine. We'll go outside then. What a lovely day. That's the... I can't remember what it's called now. The Tree of Life, I think it's called, or something like that. You can't actually get to it. It looks like you should be able to, but you can't. It's just a backdrop, but it's very nice. And as you can tell, you are undead because you have, if I can get to him, glowy blue eyes. Look, there you go. That's nothing unusual about that at all. Yeah. So might actually just be able to build it from here. It's a bit of a shame they stick out, actually. Nope. Maybe building a corner one wasn't such a good idea after all. Oh well, never mind. Done now. Right, we need a ladder so I can actually get up there and see what I'm doing. Oh yeah, don't fall in this game because it will kill you. Irritating. I have fallen to my doom quite a number of times in this game. I think temporarily. Oh, actually, hang on. I've had an idea. What about if we just build a single one there? Yeah, let's get rid of that for the time being so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, I forget you could build these little quarter ones. Not that it helps much, actually, to be fair. Ooh. Apparently, I need more wood. Okay, let's go get some more wood. Anyway, what else can I talk about? So, yeah. Depending on how things turn out in the next few weeks, I'm probably going to look at restarting my game reviews again. So, do look out for those. Hopefully, there'll be some interesting games coming out in the next couple of months. Hope. There's been some absolutely terrible games this year so far, which has been very disappointing. Tales of Arise, probably one of the best games to come out for the last year. There's not been some good ones. I have to be honest. I can't think of many games that I've thought myself, well, they're absolutely must-haves. It's quite sad, really. The game I started playing the other day. Now, what was it called? I have to have a quick look because I can't remember the name of it. It was. Oh yes, Kena, Bridge of Spirits. Weird game. Not something I expected to even remotely like, but I gave it a quick look, and yeah, surprisingly interesting. You play as this girl who, from what I can understand, is looking after the underworld and helping spirits to pass on. And typically, you do it by killing things, which is, that's normal. Oh, hi, Johnny Babel. Please fix quality of videos on 1440p. That might explain why it's not so good. Fine. That's going to be tricky to fix. If you pop it onto 1080p, is it still hitching? Because it doesn't give me much indication that it's faulty. But thank you for letting me know, because I didn't know that. I thought I was on 1080p. I wonder if I can. I don't know if I can fix it on the fly during the stream. I think it'll stop if I try that. Let's have a look. See. No, annoyingly. What I could do is turn down the bit rate. That's what I can do. I think I can do it on the fly. Let's just turn the bit rate down a bit. There you go. I'll see if that helps. 2.4. Yeah, well, I mean that's probably because of the. I tell you what, I think it is. I think the problem is it depends on your internet connection as well. 1440p is quite high. If you should be able to put it onto 1080p yourself, and it should stay there. 1440p, yeah, I don't know why it's on that actually. I think that's too high for some reason. Is it still streaming? Is it still like smooth, or is it just too jumpy to watch? Because that's obviously the most important thing. If it's too jumpy to watch, then I'll have to restart the stream. I don't want to record something that can't be watched by anybody, because that'd be pointless. All right, you do that for me, and I'll just. What was I doing? Building a chimney. That's what I was doing. That's right. All right, fair dues. It's not entirely your problem. It must be me when I was testing it. I reckon I stuck it onto 1440p for testing purposes. You can downscale from 1440p to 1080p when I'm streaming. However, what I think's happening is it's probably the bit rate that I'm using. So it's quite high. I imagine that maybe your internet. Do you know how fast your internet speed is? Because if it's not as fast as I'm broadcasting, that could cause a problem. Maybe if it is that bad, then I will have to reduce the bit rate, because otherwise no one's going to watch it, and that'll be no good for me at all. Oh, okay, fair enough. Cool. I'm glad you got it working. That's the most important bit. Excellent. I will probably still look at reducing it. I mean, what are you watching it in now? Are you watching it in 1440p or just 1080p now? Ah, perfect. Excellent. Yeah, it should stream fine at that level. YouTube does allow you to watch at all different levels, so hopefully, if it's on the phone, it probably defaults, because most phones can actually show it at 1440p. A lot of phones have that resolution, so it could just the phone thought, well, that's as high as you want it to go, but it might be that your internet connection or the phone itself can't handle that. So yeah, cool. Stick it on 1080p, and everything should be working just fine, which is great to hear. Good stuff. And thank you for joining in. I'm pleased to see you here. Right, there's my chimney, sort of. Not as good as I was hoping it would be, but never mind. Okay, what are we building? So let's put some. Oh, wrong one. So with chimneys, you want to make sure that the smoke doesn't get in at all. Now it does go up, but just to be on the safe side, I like to shove a cover there. But there you go, and that should make it go upwards. So from in here, little hole, and I can now put my cooking stuff in, because that's the next thing. There we go. I'll just go over the flames like that, and that's it. Good. Next thing, that's one thing done. Got a fire. I can now go have a nap. So let's go to sleep. Zzz. Good stuff. Glad to see you've got it. Have you got the game? Have you played this game at all? Is it the first time you've seen it? Oh, certain. Yeah, there's certain calls. Well, not entirely sure if I'll get that far tonight. I'll certainly try, but I suspect I'll be doing that shortly, because definitely need those. Oh, don't fall down. Ah. To be fair, like I said at the beginning of the stream, because I'm a touch more advanced than I should be at this level. Well, I'm going to fall down again. That's not good. I won't have any problems destroying the skeletons for them. But when you first start, it's definitely a bit harrowing, which of course is part of the fun. Ugh, that's down here. They're not going to let me put a bit of fence there. Come on. That'll do. So, yeah, in case anyone was wondering, you do need to have an actual cover around your chimney, because otherwise the rain will get in and it will put your fire out, which is absolutely irritating. There we go. Where do I want to put this? Yeah, finding burial chambers is an absolute nightmare. You literally stuck. There's no way to properly find them. You will just stumble upon them. That'd be the next thing I'll be doing shortly, is to go and at least try and find one. But yes, very annoying. Right, so triangle a bit. Way around is it? It's not that bit, it's that bit. Oh, am I in the way? Nope. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. Yeah, troll caves. Certainly not much use to you unless you want the money, because I don't think they hold anything but gold and stuff. And yeah, I don't know if you know what that's for, but essentially you would use that for the trader. On my first game, I did not find the trader till I can't even begin how I can't. It was so long into the game, it's ridiculous. I could not find that trader. It was ridiculous. It was absolutely insane. But you get like one of the cool things is that you get a head-mounted light, which is extraordinarily useful. Now don't fall down the other side. Oh my god. I should really make some scaffolding, but I'm just being lazy. Didn't work. Why did that not work? Oh, I thought that's how I did it. Oh well, I'll just put a roof over it instead. Don't know how I did this before. Yeah, that way. There, that'd be enough to stop the rain from getting in. Cool, right. What do you even do with coins? So essentially, coins, things like amber. What else can you get? Coins, amber. There's other jewels. I think you can get rubies and stuff, and they're all used to buy items from the trader in the game. There's only one trader, and he's in a random location in every different world. So it's not something you just go and find. You look on the map, and essentially what happens is when you walk into this sort of area, you get quite a big. Well, there's the world. So yeah, about this sort of area, I reckon you'll see him pop up as like a little sack. And once you see that, you can go up to him. And essentially, he sells things that are useful for things like bait for animals. You get the head-mounted lamp. There's other items that won't spoil for you. But essentially, most of it is not essential for the game. You don't need it. But there are some useful things. And you need the gold, basically, to buy it, and the jewels and that. They're not hideously expensive. And to be honest, by the time you actually find the trade, or at least in my case, I had like thousands and thousands of gold pieces, so it was not. I could afford everything without any difficulty. But it's definitely not essential. But the head-mounted lamp, yeah, that comes in handy. So you have to hold your torch all the time. Right, so let's see where we are. So we've got a working chimney, we've got a house, got a bed, and we've got a workstation. So the next thing you need to do in this game, at least as far as I'm concerned anyway, what I'm not doing is I'm not offering a tutorial on how to play the game, because I may be completely wrong. But it certainly worked for me, at least last time I played it anyway. we need to look at the crafting station. So as you can see here, there's quite a lot to choose from, and you have to build one to get the next thing. The things with stars, they're just things that I believe I've got to a higher level. These are upgrades. So what I think, if I remember rightly, what you have to do first of all is upgrade the actual workstation itself. So that's probably something we should look at doing, so I can repair my axe. So to do that, we now you got where I do it now. Yeah, so you build improvements. If I can find that level thing again. These different improvements to do different things. So I've got to find one. So that one, for example, is an ads. You need to build that first. But before you can build that, you need a forge. So you find the forge, which is that one there. So the forge is one of the first things you do tend to go for, but you have to get copper to do that. So that's one thing we'll be aiming for shortly, is to get some copper. But you also need coal, and to make coal, you can do it in two different ways. You can either burn food, which is the dead easy way of doing it. It's a slow way of doing it and a bit wasteful if you need the food yourself, but you can get coal that way. And as you can see, you only need 4 coal, so that's not a bad way of doing it. And of course, the other way you can get coal is to how do you get coal? You got to make it. Sorry, my brain slipped. Let's sit here for a second. So you make coal in this game. You get a charcoal kiln, and the charcoal kiln is where you need the surtling cores. Now, the surtling cores, as Johnny mentioned in chat just now, is a special core that you can only find in tombs. And tombs are like a mini dungeon for you to go and explore, usually full of gems, jewels, and these surtling cores. It's random, completely random generated. They all have the same basic structure to begin with when you go through the door, but then they all become random, which is quite cool. And of course, they're full of bad things, skeletons and stuff that can easily kill you if you haven't got enough armor. So unlike me, which I have, before you did anything else, you would start to build leather armor or any armor that isn't basically the clothes you're wearing, because otherwise you would just drop dead. It would be very bad. Now, before we do anything else, though, do I need to do anything else right now, or are we good to go, actually? I think I'm actually good to go to begin with. So I think what we'll do... Yeah, let's go and try and find some tombs. I think that's a good idea. I don't think I need to do anything else right now. Now, finding a tomb, pick a direction and walk on it. Oh, before I do anything else, always mark your house. Yes, that's true. Actually, the stag hammer. Unlike me, as I said before, because I've got everything already, so it's trivial for me. The stag hammer is actually a better weapon than any club you might have, so it's useful to kill skeletons with. And the stag hammer is quite a hard weapon, so it's a good weapon to have. Right, we're going to put our house. It's not going to let me do it. Why can't I do it? Oh, there you go. Double click it, and yeah. There you go. So you can now tag where you live, basically. This is essential. I mean, there are actual tools you can get to automatically mark resource points, which is what you will be finding. But I don't like to cheat too much. I think too much. The whole point of this game is to stop with the auto everything. It makes you work for stuff, and I don't have a problem with that as long as it's not too convoluted. I find this fine. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we are literally just going to walk in a direction, and that's all we can do. There's nothing else you can do. The first thing we need to find is a biome. Now, the biomes are different parts of the map. They're different like sections. So currently, if you look on the top right-hand corner of the map, you'll see that we are in meadows. That's the first biome. It's the least dangerous. There's not much going on here. You get the grey people, which I've got a name of already, which is terrible. There's one over here. Let's come over and find him. There he is. That's a grey thing that can't actually hit me. There you go. Goodbye. Greylings are the lowest one. Then you got I think it's the Grey Friars. I think, if I remember rightly. They're the next level up. They're slightly harder to kill. Then you get a few flavors of those, and then you move on to what's called the Black Forest, which is what we're trying to find now. And the Black Forest is the second biome, and that's where all the interesting things are. So you need to find that before you can progress, basically. And as you can see, we are already there. So if you look at the top right-hand corner, it does tell you. If you look at the map, it's ever so slightly darker. Grey Dwarf, that's the one, thank you. Yeah, so it's just a bit darker, but this is essentially Black Forest. The music will also change as well to quite a depressing, mournful tone. Very, very sad. Anyway, this is where you're going to find your tombs. There's two types. You've got ones that just look like a cave, essentially, and you've got ones that are buried into the ground itself. And they're the I think they're the more common, those ones, actually. Oh, now thistles. Absolutely. Oh, I found some skeletons. Goodbye, Skelly. Now, for some bizarre reason, grey dwarfs and skeletons don't actually like each other, which is quite funny. So you can let them fight each other. It's great. Under normal circumstances, I would not be just wading in and killing these guys because, well, that's a sure way to kill yourself. But because I've got so much armor and stuff, it doesn't matter. So a top tip for newbies is they can't follow you into tombs. This here appears to be a tomb, I think. But don't need them for now. I'll go into them later. This is the tomb. Yeah, so there you go. We found a tomb straight away. Mate, that's quite unusual. So let's pop in here, look. Burial chambers, that's what they're called. So this is where you're going to find your Soothling cores. As you can see, it's a bit dark. As you can also see, there's bad guys here. I also don't appear to have a sword, which is not going to help me. I also don't appear to have any food either. Better eat some food. Yeah, don't come in here without full health and food, especially if you just started, because you will die very quickly. As you can see, they're little sods, these ones. There we go. Okay, that looks clear for now. So you'll find there's always 3 entrances of some sort. Okay, always 3. What I like to do is these yellow mushrooms are extremely helpful. You can pick a few of these up. You can eat them. They're actually quite good for food. And there are some recipes that you can use to for potions, but we'll come to that later because that's way later into the game. But what I also like to use these mushrooms for is for markers, because then you can't get lost. So what I like to do is to literally, I should have done 3, shouldn't I? Is I drop one here, and then I know where the exit is when I'm coming through these bits. Because like I say, this is all random. Does it? No. Once you've completed it, that's it. It will not reset. As far as I am aware. Well, I know it doesn't reset because the same thing is for the tombs that I mentioned before, where you go in to get the iron fragments, and you have to mine through a lot of sludge. And once you've done that, it's empty. And if it wasn't, it'd be great because you could go back and get as much iron as you wanted, but it's limited. So no, they don't reset. It's quite dark on your screen, I believe. I'll tell you what. Let me just let's get rid of the hoe for a second. There you go. I don't need the torch because my brightness on my monitor is a bit higher than you, so I can see what I'm doing. That's empty. But just for you guys, hopefully you can see that a bit better now. So yeah, loads of dead ends. You have literally no idea where to go. It's purely random, which I like. I love the idea of it all being random. I've never done it before now. I've never played it before, so I've got no idea where I'm going. See, that's empty as well. And I've actually been in these places, in these dungeons, and I have found nothing. I've been through every entrance, and every single one has been completely dud, which is Very annoying. There's my mushroom down there. Look. So let's go this way. And that's a dead end. So we're doing well so far. Okay. Oh. You can actually kill skeletons with them. But it does take forever. There you go. What's down here? I tend to leave doors until last because that way I know I haven't opened them yet. There's a chest. So, chest we have. That's a ruby. And there's a pile of gold. There's also some arrows. Arrows are cool. It's nice to find these arrows because arrows are useful in this game. And you can make them, but finding them is so much cheaper. There's a door. And nothing. Oh, we're doing well so far then. Oh, okay, so that is a bone pile. Oh, that was easy. Now, under normal circumstances, again, you take that out immediately. Right, so when it comes to biomes, that's not the way it works. If you look at the map, this entire area, the whole area, is either land or sea. There's no bits you can't get to. Everything's used. So this is a tiny area, as you can imagine. But what can happen is this whole area here could be black forest. This area could be swamp. This could be black forest. This could be black forest. This could be swamp. It's literally random, and it could be anywhere. So, roughly speaking, it does it in concentric circles, but it's very rough. So, for example, this bit here, should I say, mainly black forest and meadows, mainly. A little bit further out, usually there's swamp there as well. Bit further out, that's where you find your plains and everything else. And then right at the edge is where you find the what's it called, the ashlands or something. It's not as straightforward as that. It almost always the outer circle is where you find the ashlands, and roughly this sort of area is where you're going to find the plains. But they are dotted about. But yeah, black forest can appear anywhere. There's all sorts of. It could be black forest meadow, black forest meadow, black forest swamp, that sort of thing. So no, it's not one specific point. It can be anywhere. And as it's completely random, yeah, you keep looking. You will find more chambers. Eventually, you find loads, and you just tend to come across them, and you'll see them. But they are like this one was quite easy to find because I was just lucky to just drop on top of it. But as I said before, I played it the first time. It took me days to find one because I couldn't find them, and eventually. You keep walking through Black Forest, and eventually you'll find them. They will appear. What was that noise? What a noise. Just 2 seconds. Something odd's going on in my house. My dogs are playing up a little bit. I will just be a moment. Right, sorry about that. That was irritating. Animals. Thought they'd all settled down, but no. Okay, right. Let's carry on what I was doing. Right. Okay, so there is a Surtling core. Irritatingly, there's only one in here, which is annoying, but I'm sure there's more somewhere else. So we'll grab that. Oh, no, I won't. I've got no inventory space. Typical. What can we get rid of we don't need right now? Is that fine wood? Yeah, we don't need that. Cool. There's more gold. More gold. What's in the chest? Oh, hello. Oh, wow. Hello. This is new. Okay, so we have a magic bronze buckler. Don't think it's any good to me, because I think my one's better anyway. That's got a block armor of 54. That's got a block armor of 16, so I won't bother with it. But that's cool. So it looks like the I don't know if it's a mod I've added or this is actually part of the update. I'm not sure which. I have to find out. But essentially, yeah, that's very cool. Get magic items out. That wasn't in the game before. And also a magic leather tunic. Do you know what, actually? Because it might not be a bad idea, actually, for me to take these. Because if I do lose my armor for some reason later in the game, I will have something to fall back on. Probably a good idea, that. Although what to get rid of? Rocks, because I always get rocks, can't I? Sweet. There you go. So that's what you can find in these chests as well. So especially handy for younger players, newbie players. Presuming that's not a mod, though. If that's a mod, then that's no good to anybody. Cool. All right. What else? Oh, there's more things to kill. Go. Ah, here we go. That's the mother load. Look, lovely. Loads and loads of lovely cores. In fact, this is most cores I think I've seen in here for a long time, actually. Usually with these places you get maybe 3 or 4, but this is loads. Great. There's a ruby. There's a pearl. So all these rubies and pearls, but they're all, you sell them for money basically. There we go. I won't myself bother picking them up because I don't need them, to be honest. Oh, what's this? A magic flint knife. That's very cool too. There you go. I'll take that as well. I'll take the money because I've got a stash of it already, but yeah. How many cores did I get there? So that's 8. Very nice. And that's just the first room, the first door. So let's go and see what else there is. So that's the first room done. And now we can go. Yeah. Oh, there's one just sitting there. Very nice. Oh, dead end. Dead end. Right, so that's nothing in that door. What's behind door number 3? I have already been behind door number 3. Ah, well, that's it then. Cool, that's it. So there we go. That's where you find certain cores. So you need those. Oh, that's great. So you need those to make forges, make portal gates, and probably other uses that I can't remember. Very, very useful. They're not particularly rare, to be fair. They're not that rare at all. Once you've it's like I said before, you got to find them. Yeah, and a smelter. Thank you. I knew I'd forget something. In fact, the smelter is probably the most important thing of all because you desperately need them for melting down coal, obviously, and also for all the other metals as well. You need to make them into iron bars, etc. Now, oh, hello. Didn't see him there. Well, come here. Cool. Now, bearing in mind it is night time, so I am going to get probably attacked quite a bit. Here is the copper deposits. You can always tell they're copper because they glint like that, look, so you can't miss it. And just to remind you, I am playing with high definition graphics to turn installed, like a mod. Hello, what's this? Wait then. Can I go and do stuff now? You're gonna leave me alone? What's this? What's this blue item? Magic hammer. What does that do? Let's get rid of those. Oh. Why is it not letting me pick up stuff? What does that do then? Minus 85% weight. Not quite sure what that means. Sounds good though. I'll have it. There you go. All these new things. I love new things. Right. So as Johnny's mentioned, yes, we need to make some metal bars, and to do so, we need to mine this. Now, I'm not going to mine it right now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark it because otherwise I'll lose it again. So I like to use that one. Okay. Perfect. So what I think I'll do now, what to do actually? So I've got a lot of this stuff here. I think what I would normally do is I would make a little hut, and I'd stay here, and I'd go off and do some mining. But because I've got so much crap on me at the moment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to nip off back to my house, and I'm going to make a couple of chests and put my stuff in there so I don't lose it. And then I'm going to make a cart, because carts are wonderful things. Although to make a cart, I think I need... Oh, I need copper first, don't I, to make the nails. Let's go back. Okay, change of plan. Change of plan. Oh. After I've killed these guys. Oh, be careful with these shamans. Especially when you're young, lower level. They can be a right pain. Right. Here we go. Back to my... Is that another one? God, they're very... Oh, it's just deer. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully I'll get left alone for whenever, especially if you're in an area where there's giants. The trolls, they're a pain as well. So most creatures in the game are affected by the noise you make. So when you start smacking into the rocks, it's going to attract attention. If there's a troll nearby, he's going to come and investigate, and then you run away. Well, I won't, but most people would, because they are really hard to kill to begin with. Okay, so what I need to do... get rid of some of this stuff because I need some room. So I don't need rubies because I'm already quite well off. That's all we need. So let's just put on the pickaxe and we'll get to mining. Very boring. Very, very boring indeed. You gotta be careful when you're mining. You don't pick up rocks all the time. That's what copper looks like there, look. Happily, because I have no room other than for copper, it won't pick up these rocks down there, look. So that will make life a little bit easier. Oh, yes, here they come. Coming to investigate. Oh, you see, this is not much fun. So, as I mentioned before, one of the big changes in this game is the stamina changes. They've changed the food. Oh, this is annoying. Right, just keep going. So I'm running out of stamina is just a nightmare in this because you have to wait for it to come back every time you hit it. That's the yellow bar at the bottom, by the way. Oh, right. And of course, you can only carry so much as well. How much my weight like? So I've got 301 so far. So I haven't got much left. But I need to do this now so I can build what's called. Well, I've got to build all the forge stuff first, so I can actually then build the iron. So the copper nails. I think it's copper nails, and you use those to build a cart, and then you can transfer things a lot easier. I think that must be me. No, no, still got some more room. Good, good, good. I do miss my boat. I have to say, in my other game, I have a. I think it's the longboat, which is the biggest one, and the longboat steers like a whale, but does go pretty swiftly. So when you're moving around the world, it does make it much more fun. You start off when you first take to the waters using a simple raft, which is horrendous. They're very, very hard to control. One of the big things about having a boat other than the raft is that it has a hold, so you can stick items in it, which is very useful when you're going to these swamps to get the iron. You have to transfer it back somehow, so you can shove it all into the hold. Much easier. Come on, this is annoying now. Later on in the game, you see, you have the ability to make potions or mead. And I suspect what the developers are aiming for now is to make you rely more on mead. I've got some here, look, which is a medium healing mead, essential for when you're taking on enemies that are your level, because they can hit pretty hard. But you can also get stamina potions as well, which I never bothered with because I didn't actually need them. But I suspect you're going to need them now. Can I carry any more copper? Was that it? No, that's a lot, I think. What can I ditch? No, let's get rid of the. Yeah, perfect. There you go. Right, so that's me done there. So let's go home. One thing you can't do in this game is you can't just instantly transport from one place to another unless you build what's called a portal, and to do that you need the Suitling cores. The annoying thing about these portals is you can't transfer either metal bars or the ore. It won't let you. And yes, there is a mod for that. I'm not going to do that because I understand kind of why you can't do that, because it would make the game ridiculously easy if you could just transfer metal backwards and forwards all the time, because you could mine things in seconds. But personally, though, I think they should be allowed to be able to transfer the iron bars themselves, because your sword is made of iron, for example, and there's no restrictions on that. So some of the restrictions in the game don't make as much sense as I think they should do. However, yeah, it doesn't ruin the game or anything. It's just you have to. It just makes it less easy. And part of the fun of this game is exploring anyway. There's a lot to find in the game. There's not like, well, when I played it, there wasn't anything special to find. Obviously, you were looking for the bosses and you were looking for the different tombs and all the rest of the things you needed to find to do things, but you would never find anything special. It wasn't like you'd find a magic sword somewhere. But looking at what I've just done, I've found some. So it does appear that there is a good reason to explore now, especially when you get to a higher level. If you can find a magic sword or magic weapons or something that can actually save you how to make them, that'd be awesome. Right. A drink was needed then. My throat's getting sore. Not good. I'm not used to talking so much. Okay. So what we need to do now is we need... Oh, what's that? Oh, cool. Didn't think you could get that. That's fantastic. Right. We need to build... If I can get rid of this. Let's see what we need to build. We need to build... Where is it? Smelter. So we need 20 stone, essentially. I've got the cores already, so I just need to get some stone. Let me temporarily just drop some stuff on the floor, including my copper. Items in the game, they will stay where they are, generally speaking. However, I believe they will disappear. Some items will disappear over time, but I don't think resources do. I'm pretty sure of that. But it's always best to put it into like a container because you know where it is. Right. So what I need to do is get some stone. Easy enough. There. Done. Now, smelters tend to need to be outside. So let's prepare somewhere to put that after I've dispatched to this guy. He's just wandering around. Oh, come here. Okay, we don't need my torch anymore, so let's pop that back there. Get my hoe and make some ground. That's near enough. I'll tidy it up later, I suppose. Right. Where are we? Do I not have 20 stone? What I did? Oh, I got 19. Okay. What's going on here? Is that not a stone? That was weird. Oh well, whatever. Still complaining. Why can't I build it? Is it just not on the flat surface? Ah, right. Oh, actually, do you know what? Let's put it over here. This is flatter. I didn't see this. Right, smelter. There we go. Okay, now for the smelter to work, you also need coal. So we need to get another 20 stone and do it all again. There you go, that's 20 stone. Depends how to put it. You do need to be on level ground, which is a tiny bit annoying to get the right spot, but I think that'll do. Missing requirement. Oh, have I not got enough? Oh, look at that! I got one out. I thought I had enough. Right. Okay. That's quite annoying. Right. Fine. Right. So in that case, then. Let me think. Quickest way to get some nails is going to be to probably hunt some animals and just use that. All right, let's see if I can find some animals, and then I'll get my bow out. Actually, there we go. Oh, there we are. Oh, that didn't work, did it? Come back. Ha! Irritating. Yeah, you'd be buggered off now. Fine, that didn't work. I have to find another animal to kill. What's up here? You find these abandoned buildings everywhere. Most of them either contain a bee's nest or sometimes like a little treasure. Yeah, this one's got little treasures. Look, nothing exciting, but it can help you if you need to find things out and to like mine for them. So always worth having a quick look inside. Bees are used to make honey. Honey is used to make mead. Very, very important later on in the game. Especially when it sounds like you need it even more now for stamina and for other things. Mead is used for things like frost and poison repellents. They're essential. Oh, hello. Why am I missing? That's better. Oh, well, that didn't work. I don't see any actual meat. Oh, that was a waste of time. Fine, whatever. I'm thinking it'd be quicker for me to go and just find another tomb, to be honest. I think I might do that. More food. Actually, we just double check. Do I actually need nails to make a cart? I really can't remember now. Yeah, bronze nails. I thought so. Oh, bronze nails. Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, that means I need tin. Oh, see, it's been a while since I played this. I've forgotten half the recipes. I'm not going to bother with that for now. Right. Let me go back home and just remind myself of the recipe because I can't remember. Yeah. You know what? While I'm here, there's up these stairs. There we go. Yeah. Right, so you actually need a forge to do that as well then. Fine, okay. So let's see. Right, I remember now. So you need to get the copper to get the forge, and then you need to get tin, I believe, to make the bronze. Ugh, work. Yeah. Okay. Right. So that's our job then for today. What time is it? Oh, my clock's not on there. Oh, that's not good. I just realised my clock's missing. Night time. So I'm gonna go sleep. Oh. Okay. Okay. Let's crack on. So what we're gonna actually. No, I've got enough copper. Yeah, I've got enough copper there. So I just need to get 4 coal. So just, like, as I said before, to do that, I just need to find a poor innocent little creature to go and murder, or a few of them, and then I can get them. Actually, have I got any meat on me? Oh, I've got enough meat. Look at that. My word. This should be easier than I thought then. So what I need to do now is I just need to make some coal, and to do that, you just shove some meat in here. Look. So because I've already got it in my inventory, you don't have to select it or anything. It'll just cook the first thing there is. Now, what you would normally do is wait for these to cook, have some delicious deer steaks, and have some like yummy food. But because we need coal, we're going to let it burn to a crisp, which doesn't take that long. You can watch it. Look. Tasty, tasty food. So that's cooked. And normally we'd pick it up and have a munch, but not today. We're going to leave it until it burns. Shouldn't take that long. If anyone's wondering what the wishbone thing is on my inventory bar, that is the thing used to find. Why can't I pick it up? I'll pick it up. That's weird. Why is it not allowing me to pick it up? I have no room, that's why. Oh dear. Yeah, I want to pick it up. How strange. I'm not actually sure why I can't get it. Let me try taking this fence panel off a second. Oh. I don't understand. I've not had the problem before. Let me try destroying it. Oh. Okay, this is new. Not actually sure why I can't do that. I am a bit not. Yeah, I'm not sure why I couldn't do that. That's a bit peculiar. Let me try that again. Well, that is a problem. Okay, well, I seem to have found a bug in this game because I can't seem to pick up any items. That's really weird. No, I've got no idea. I will need to look this up because I've never seen this before. Right, I need to look into this because I can't do anything with this game until I fix this problem. So bear with me just a second. I'll be back shortly. Right, I'm back. Now, I'm going to just try something because I just restarted the game and it's still not allowing me to pick up food. So I'm wondering if it's got something to do with being inside. I don't know why it would be, but we'll have a look. Let's just have a look and see. This is very confusing. I'm just going to build it in the middle of no wood. Really? Right. Let's just go outside. Apologies for this if you're watching. I may cut this out the video possibly if I have to, but quite annoying. Right, so there's my spit. Put some food on there. Let's put one bit of food in for the time being this time. No. For some reason, cooking is bugged. I don't know why. Very strange. Problem is, without the ability to cook food, I can't actually progress. I don't know what's going on here. I've done that already. Already restarted the game. Never come across this problem before. Well, yeah, I'm looking online on good old Google just to see if anybody else has had a similar problem. There's been a couple of people I can see who mentioned they can't pick things up either, but yeah, I don't know what this is. Oh well, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look into it in more detail. I think for the time being, though, I'll probably have to end the stream. It's been 2 hours, I suppose, so I have been going for a while. Right, well, in that case, then, thank you for watching, and thank you if you watch on video on demand. I do apologise that the video is ending abruptly. I will look into the problem, and if I can fix it, then I will do another live stream in the next day or two, I imagine. So keep an eye out for a scheduled event. I'll put it up as soon as I know it's happening. Keep an eye on Twitter. Please make sure you follow me on Twitter. IsIT Reviews. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I will return. And in the meantime, have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye for now.